This is insane. Reports reveal a blockbuster Bulls trade inbound, and it involves the Dallas Mavericks. Hi, I'm Shaq Barnes here with another episode of Bulls Digest, the number one spot for everything Chicago Bulls. I noticed that 67% of you guys have been watching the channel, have not subscribed. Treat it like the Bulls intro and run right through that subscribe button. You know how I do. Every time y'all see me do the videos, I'm not going to waste you guys' time. Let's get right into the news. New reports on Dallas Mavericks targeting Lonzo Ball trade. Chicago Bulls guard Lonzo Ball was linked to a potential trade to Dallas Mavericks by NBA insider Marc Stein. Now, and I know a lot of things have been going on with the rumors, about the Giannis. You got the Giannis rumors, the Zion rumors, it's NBA off season. If your team not in the competing for a championship right now, all you worry about is the next moves you can make. And I know a lot of things seem far fetched, but I can 100% guarantee, and I'm going to break down in this video why this one is not as far fetched and legitimately has legs to happen. But let's keep going in the video. The NBA offseason on the horizon means the trade machines are turning. Chicago Bulls point guard Lonzo Ball is the latest to find his name in rumors, with one Western Conference destination being named as a potential fit for Ball. According to NBA insider Marc Stein, latest Substack release, the Dallas Mavericks could seek a trade for Ball to fill their need for a point guard and miss Kyrie Irving expected absence at the start of next season. Celtics guard Drew Holiday was another name floated for Dallas, but Stein believes the prospect of acquiring Ball is more realistic. And it's a lot of things that plays a part with being Lonzo Ball, possibly being more realistic and getting a Drew Holiday, because also Drew Holiday is tied to it, and it's another older point guard. But one reason why I said that this actually have more legs because of the Kyrie Irving situation that's going on in Dallas. Kyrie Irving got injured last year, so during this time you got to fill the void of what you're going to miss with Kyrie Irving being out. And then also number two, what Nico has been preaching since he traded Luka Doncic. I need two-way players. I need defensive players, and one of the best point guards you could possibly get right now that fits the bill, and realistically, and why it won't cost you that much, is a guy like Lonzo Ball. So with Lonzo Ball, his contract is favorable. He's a two-way player, and honestly, for me as a Bulls fan, I kind of want a clean house of any player that kind of really had to be a key component to that DeMar DeRozan, Zach Lavine, Vucevic, Lonzo Ball, big four, mid four, whatever we had going on with that. I'd rather get rid of everybody. And then, Lonzo time here with the Bulls, he only played close to 60 to 70 games in a Bull jersey. He been here since, 2021. So I'd rather at least let's get something for Zoe. And like I said, he's on a very team-friendly deal. Now, the other name that's amiss with the Dallas Mavericks is Drew Holiday, Lonzo Ball, Chris Paul for the Mavericks. And let's be realistic. I think Drew Holiday is going to be a hard get for them with the money and what they probably going to ask for Drew Holiday. Lonzo Ball, team-friendly deal. Probably the Bulls probably not gonna ask for too much. Maybe a young player, and we could definitely go talk about the players that I would personally want us to get. But we could go for it, keep going, and also Chris Paul is tied to it. So they're really just trying to fill. They just want somebody to fill the void for Kyrie until Kyrie Irving returns. Yep. League sources say Dallas is expected to at least explore whether there are any feasible trade pathways to Boston's Drew Holiday style wrote. Complicated as that will likely be given the 3 years, $104 billion still left on Drew Holiday's contract. Dallas is also maintaining an interest in a far more reasonable trade target, as we discussed on the DLLS Mavs podcast, Lonzo Ball. Ball made his return to NBA action this season after suffering a knee injury in January 2022 that subsided him for the remainder of that season, as well as the entirety of 2023 2022 to 2023 and 2023 to 2024. Ball averaged 7.3 points, 3.3 assists, and 32 appearances this season, making making 14 starts while playing an average of 22 minutes per game. Obviously, Lonzo Ball went through he had like the knee transplant or the ACL transplant, so he getting back into action. And I think Lonzo Ball will be great for a team where he can play like 22 minutes and he could be a key component to a team that's trying to win. Lonzo Ball is a solid point guard. One of the, if you talk about like two-way pure point guards, he's great at that. I just don't think his time scale fits Chicago. And I appreciate him taking a team-friendly deal because he knew Chicago held him down from the 2022 to 2024, and he wasn't playing, so he took a team-friendly deal. But I think my man said is this: I think Chicago need to clean house on anything that had to do with that four. And I honestly think you should get something for Lonzo Ball before you get nothing for him at all. And Lonzo Ball's contract is probably the most team-friendly contract and easy to trade because now Lonzo Ball is making $10 million a year. He on a two-year deal with a team option attached to it. So you can easily get a team to get on board with that. And majority of young players in the league, and on a rookie deal, their contract is close to that range. So we can actually get a young player on like maybe a rookie deal. And I brought it up. Lonzo Ball's contract is 2 years, $20 million, extension in February with the second option is a team option. Who wouldn't want to get that? You get a two-way player. It's a win-win situation. It's high risk, low reward situation. Lonzo Ball is a great two-way point guard. He can run your offense. He can hit open threes. He can guard some of the better guards in the league still, even with the knee injuries. And he don't cost nothing. And I think that's gonna be the big selling point for the Chicago Bulls. Hey, he's on a good team-friendly deal. He can run your offense. He can shoot. He's not a liability on the court. I'll sell him that. And I think also Chicago had a mindset that we have to get something for Lonzo from the time that we missed out on Lonzo. And this is the time to cash in. Cash in on it now. I think you should. But when you look at this Dallas team, right, who would I truly, genuinely want? And you really looking at it, I would love a Max Christie. I think an up young player, two-way player, can fit right in the mold with what we got with the Josh Giddeys, the Kobe Whites, Montes Buzelis. Maybe we can get some burn at the three. Me personally, I would prefer a big man. I would love if we could get Derek Lively. That would be outstanding. But I highly doubt the Dallas Mavericks trade Derek Lively. So realistically speaking, the Bulls could possibly looking at maybe a Max Christie or maybe even a reunion with Daniel Gafford, where you could bring that big in, or maybe a P.J. Washington. But I think P.J. Washington might be a part of their future. But realistically speaking, I'm seeing a Max Christie, maybe Daniel Gafford looking like that could be possible destinations for Lonzo Ball to get the trade over. Or maybe we could just get an expiring contract. Maybe it'll take the White Powell or a close to expiring contract and maybe a pick or two, maybe a second round, maybe a lottery protected first. Take something like that and see what they give us that for Lonzo Ball. But let me know what you guys think about this, the Lonzo Ball trade moves, and what would you want in return for Lonzo Ball? And do you think the Bulls should cash in on Lonzo Ball? I think we need to do it now. It's the best time to do it. A team that's desperate for a point guard right now, you got to cash in and make it happen. This has been Shaq Barnes, another great episode of Bulls Digest, and I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.